It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
Boy, it's a picture-perfect afternoon here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The roof is open, and it is time for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Nick Chubb
pushing his way through. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Chase.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. We less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Purdy now to throw.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Still going.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you look at the Saints defense,
they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. They do get a couple, but they'll be left standing.
Is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Here's Robinson. Here's Robinson.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st down, Purdy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander.
A timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Purdy.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A gain of 14. First down, Saints.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
Well, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Short throw, it's Higbee. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Rosa's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else. He was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Throw left side complete to Chase.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. They'll run it with Andrews.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 10.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Now Stroud.
He'll buy some time right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This one from 48 yards away.
York able to send this one through.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Fights forward at the 20.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a point.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Stiff-armed him. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. Short throw, it's Higbee. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. Rosa's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggle, still winning here in the 2nd quarter.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. I thought we were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Stroud's throw caught by Higgins.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Stroud looking to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Elijah Higgins.
A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The offense trots back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy looking to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. To the right side, this is Walker.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Stroud.
That is caught.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Stroud.
Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Meanwhile, Stroud's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
A gear for Walker running right.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ken Walker.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Purdy.
He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that. Does it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Drops it off for Chubb.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Tolbert hauls in the out route.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Stroud's throw taken in by Watkins here.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
On first down, here's Stroud.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He's got the connection to Moore.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.